Hello guys and girls and welcome to my channel, Ollie JHN, and today we're gonna Sorry about that, Steve.
Oh, it's alright, mate.
So anyway, as I was saying before I hit him, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be telling you all about actually, do you want to introduce it, Steve?
I shall. Today, what we're going to be talking about is how to pass your driving test.
Yes, we are. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Summerlight Lounge. And today I'm joined by another special guest, yes, my second special guest in the Summerlight Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Stephen Bunn. Hi guys! It was a bit mad, but welcome anyway to the channel. And let's just quickly introduce that intro. And the reason why we did something, well, I did something a little bit different to usual, it was a bit of almost like a comedy sketch, is because me and Steve here used to do movies together.
Yeah.
So we just
good
get
old
back
days.
into that. Yeah, the good old days. We were discussing earlier, weren't we, about 14 or 15 years old.
When did we start now?
About 7 years old.
Yeah.
So we've been a long time.
Primary.
Exactly, yeah. We've been a long time since we've refilmed something. Steve, I've been behind my camera since 3 or 4 years ago.
I know.
So we're back. We just created that little sketch for you. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get a little bit more serious, and we're going to try and give you the video that Stephen introduced in the car, how to pass your driving test. But just before that, let's introduce Stephen. So, Stephen.
Hello, guys.
Stephen's been my mate since I've been about 4 years old.
Four.
Oh
my.
So nearly 15 years now.
Yeah.
And he does now have a YouTube channel.
I do.
Yes. So check out.
It's Steve's Arts, and all I do is draw for you.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you've got
I can do requests, yeah.
I'll put the link in the description below so you can check out Steve's channel. Please subscribe to him, it's great.
Yeah.
So his video, brilliant. Okay, so today we're here to talk about how to pass your driving test, but we're going to do it in 3 parts. Firstly, we're going to talk about the theory test, then we're going to talk about the driving test itself, and then finally we're going to talk about after the driving test, because not a lot of people mention that, but it is something we definitely think we should mention afterwards. So anyway, let's get down to that first part, and that is the theory test. So let's give you a few facts first. The first thing in the theory is there's 50 questions to answer.
However, there are 900 roughly questions to be answered.
Yeah, so there's 900 possible questions. However, quite a lot of those are quite similar questions. So really, maybe trick questions, maybe 400 that you could possibly be asked. And there's 2 parts to the theory. There's obviously the theory question side, and there's also hazard perception. So what do you need to pass them, Steve?
Okay, for the hazard perception, you need 44 marks. Plus just the normal theory questions, it's 43.
Right, okay, so you can see the theory is very highly marked, 43 out of 50, whereas the hazard perception is 44 out of 75, so a little bit easier. But we do want to mention something about the hazard perception that me and Steve noticed when we done it. So we were using DVDs when we done it.
Yeah.
And when you don't get books, no, DVDs are definitely the best.
What did you get in then? Score?
Oh, I can't remember what I got for score, but Steve, can you remember?
For the DVD, I got 48 out of 50 and 65 out of 75.
That's very good.
Yeah,
very good.
Just from DVD.
Yep, so you can see the DVD does work, there's evidence for it there. And just to let you know, the DVD shows you real life hazard perception stuff. It's a real car driving along real roads. However, just as a warning, if you're about to do your theory, it's almost like a realistic cartoon. It's animated and it is a bit distracting. Me and Steve were saying that.
I thought it was real at first, but then when I saw the sheep on the road, I thought, no, it's not real.
And we were almost too concentrated on if it was real or not instead of looking at the hazard. So just get used to it in your mind that it is going to be animated, but it's very, very realistic. It's top of the range animated stuff for a driving test. I don't know why.
Animation.
Yes, it is. We're just going to quickly mention the test centre as well itself. So the test centre is the place you go to take your theory, and you sit in these little divided.
Yeah. When I walked in, 3 people sleeping, and they called one of them, and he was asleep, so I had to tap him to get to do, just so he can do his test.
Yes, there's lots of people sleeping. So
don't fall asleep.
Yes, that's tip 1. But talking of actual tips, we have 3 tips for you today for the theory. Tip number 1 is be aware of that new style of hazard perception. It is animated. Steve, would you like to suggest tip number 2?
Don't click the button in a pattern.
And obviously theory and hazard perception works on clicking, so hazard perception works
Yeah.
on clicking. And finally, our third tip would be use DVDs. They are the best source, they work for us, so give them a go, and if you don't like them then you can always go back to book, but DVDs are the ones. So that is theory. Next we're going to talk about what this video is named after, the driving test, and me and Steve probably aren't the best people to
Well, no.
be giving you recommendations.
Especially me.
Took me twice. Steve.
Took me three times.
But we have passed now, so I suppose we can go. We both have cars.
We're good drivers.
Yeah.
Just got unlucky.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, unlucky. So let's introduce what you have to do at this driving test. The first thing is an eyesight test, and you'll be looking at a number plate in the distance and reading that off. So that's pretty simple. And then you have the easiest part. Yes. If you fail that, then don't.
So you can't even drive. It won't let you in.
No, that's the end. Then there are 2 questions in the car where you'll be asked examples of physical stuff to do in the car. So Steve's going to give you an example now.
Like for example, power steering. So you'll be asked to like move the wheel around freely.
Yeah. How to use your power
easy
steering.
movements on the wheel, or how to apply the handbrake.
Very simple stuff. Just make sure you know them, because if you fail them, I think they count as a minor, don't they?
That's mine. I won't fail you for that, but
no,
it's just.
But
it's good
if you fail both of those questions, that's 2 minors.
The instructor
already.
won't be happy.
No, he's not going to be happy. What we want to say next is the scoring system. So you can have 1 major, which is obviously considered a major hazard, and then the second one are minors, and you can have up to 15 of them. When you get 15, then you fail. But also, it's worth noting that you can only have 3 of the same minor. If you have any more than 3, then you also fail. So minors are quite a big thing. They aren't usually, however, the reason why people fail. It's the majors. As long as you have an idea at least of why you failed, then you can improve on it next time. Just want to give you 2 little things. Number one, it's about 60 quid to take or 60 pounds if you want to be English.
£180 I spent. Oh,
£180. Yeah, so it can work out quite expensive, and also there's a long waiting time.
Yes, one of my friends had to wait 2 months to retake theirs. So it's best to pass first time.
If you can. But our 3 tips are this. Go out with your instructor on the day of the test, just beforehand. It's going to give you a little bit of confidence, a little bit of experience. You're used to the car again, etc, etc.
Tip number 2 is try not to care. So that's what I did. Is that what you did? Did you
yes. Try not to care is a funny way of wording it, but what we basically mean by that is try not to worry too much.
You've had experience. You've done it before. You know what you're doing.
Look at it just like a normal driving.
Just act like you're going to foul.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Don't put the pressure on yourself. And number 3, of course, is know your manoeuvres, because they can be a big part of your driving test. You get 1 manoeuvre, but if you fail that, it can create a very bad impression on the driving instructor themselves. So that is the driving test part of it. Now we just want to quickly touch on the final bit, and that's once you've actually passed your test. The first thing you'll notice is that it's really weird being on your own. You're constantly with an instructor next to you in your driving lessons and even in the test. And then at this point you're going out on your own and there's no one there. It's very weird. You're not getting any directions. Sat-navs are a very good thing now. You can even get apps on your phone with maps now.
Or a sense of direction in your head.
You know where you're going. And it is going to be scary at first, but you do get used to it. It took me about 2 to 3 months of driving to get used to it. But once you're there, you get used to it, you'll get your confidence up, and you'll start driving.
Well, I've just started driving.
I'm
currently doing it. I'm scared. I had to figure out how to get to Oliver's, actually. My mum had to help me get back home.
But thank God Steve's here now in this video as I'll be talking to myself.
So don't be afraid. We've been there.
Yes.
It's only experience.
Okay. So thank you so much for watching this video, but first I want to say thank you, Steve, for being on the channel.
Right,
thank you so much. And we have lots to come in the future with Steve. He will be back on the channel.
Will do.
In fact, we're filming another video straight after this. That will probably be in a couple more weeks' time after this video. Watch it, yeah.
Yes, subscribe.
Should we give a preview now what it's going to be?
Yes, we shall. It will be a try not to laugh challenge with punishments.
Not punishments, yeah. So that is what's to come, but there's also more to come because we are thinking of something very big in the future. We might not reveal that just yet, but let's just say if we can get the subscribers up, if the support, like it is at the moment, is continuing to be excellent, so thank you so much, guys. If we can get the support, keep going, then there could be something pretty big coming up, Steve.
Yeah. Give likes.
Yeah, we do have lots planned in the future, so I am looking forward to that. So again, thank you so much for your support. If you did like this video, then please do give it a like. That's now floating over Stephen's body, which is nice dark blue, and the light blue light will go perfectly over that. So thank you, Steve, for wearing that top. If you want to subscribe, then please do subscribe, and you can now do that by clicking the Ollie JHN logo in my right hand corner. And if you do that, then it will come up with a subscribe option if you haven't done so already. And finally, if you do want to comment, then please do leave comments below on what you thought of this video, what you think of the intro, and if you would like to see me and Steve do some more comedy sketches like that, and also what you would like to see or what you might think me and Steve are going to be doing in the future. So thank you so much. I've been Ollie JHN. Thank you for watching. Thank you.
And out.
And out. Today I'm joined by another... And today...
Another, was it subscribers?
Special guest. I think we've got it written down.
Oh no, haven't you? So,
yeah.
Especially carrying people with you.
Oh yeah.
That's the most scariest part, having passengers, because if you do something, that's it.
Exactly, yeah.
You end
There's a lot of pressure.
This is bad, isn't it?
Don't take your driving test now because you're scared.
Just don't.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Steve.
That's alright. I should have talked like that.
Yes, we shall.
Do you want to tell?
It will be a try not to laugh challenge with punishments.
Oh, not punishments, yes.
Did I say punishments twice, did I?
No, you said it once.
No,
Yeah.